All right. Welcome to another edition of my Checka, where I talk to dope people doing dope things. I got one of my brothers on the line, man. Like, this dude taught me so much about, people always talk about like how I structure stuff to being funny. This dude taught me a lot about being funny.
Oh man,
Because he you gotta understand, this dude right here though knew he was the funniest dude in the whole area. But he didn't want you to know, but wanted you to know. It was like humbleness mixed up with braggadociousness at the same time.
Oh man, the check is in the mail, man. The check is in the mail.
I mean, one of the funniest dudes I know, man, stand-up comedian. I mean, you was on radio, 10, 12 years in Baton Rouge?
Oh man,
Morning, because you had the morning show, right?
15,
because you had the morning show, right?
Yeah.
Mornings, what was the morning show called?
Jay Tweezy.
The
Wake Up Syndicate. Yep.
15 years in Baton Rouge, yeah. Houston's finest. I remember he was the last person I know that called the Tennessee Titans the Oilers. He would always be like, no, they're the Oilers.
Oh man.
I remember he gave me so much shit, y'all, when the Rams played the Titans in the Super Bowl. He's like, no, Swiss, they're the Oilers.
It's the Oilers.
I like, and this is how old we are though. Houston was just getting a team. Remember, he was like, I'm never going to represent that team. That is not my team. I am an Oilers fan.
Now, here's what's crazy. And I hate
that's how old we are though. The expansion team happened while we were in college.
Yeah, I hate to jump in on the intro.
No, go ahead.
But now you see why I said I'll never ride for it. But I'm done. You can
stand-up comedian. Hey, you because you stated he's a free agent fan right now.
Yeah,
looking for a new home, right?
I am, man. I look. I'm in the transfer portal. So
look, I've been since the Rams left. I've been in the transfer portal for a minute, and
definitely you.
Yeah, I've been in the transfer portal for a while, man. Everybody from Chicago, then we went to college. Was like, just come on back home. We got your jersey. I was like, I don't know, man. That road don't. I mean, the Rams have had more success. I could might as well just stay where I'm at.
Hey, y'all. Hey, you might as well stay, man. Just go ahead and be hurt a little bit.
No, I'm talking about, and don't be a fan of nothing. I at least got some Super Bowls out of it, and just never going to be another fan.
True. Yeah. Y'all. Now, how the hell y'all were only in St. Louis for about 6 years, and y'all done went to the Super Bowl 3 of them times, 2 of them times?
It was longer than 6 years though, but it was like a good 15.
See what I'm saying? But still. We ain't even got past the second round. Well, I ain't saying I ain't with them no more, man.
Well, you let them up. Tony TK King, man.
Man,
dude, thank you for coming on, man.
Thanks, man. I'm honored, man, for real, man. And congratulations on everything you're doing.
Yeah, man. Dude, shout out to you though. You were one of my first guests on my original podcast, my fourth episode.
Yeah, I remember, man. I remember. You really been holding it down, man, putting that Iowa State media.
Yeah. All that trading ain't going to waste, man.
Hey, but no, man, I'm honored, man, for real.
Yeah, man. So, man, let's go back, man, to your beginnings, man. You're born in Houston, Texas, right? Houston.
Born and raised.
What part of Houston?
June 27th. Like, I know it all. Like I know about North Side, South Side beef. I know about all that.
So what part of Houston are you from? Are you like where you
South Side, Mo City. Mo City, where the girls are pretty, man. Right now we winning, man. Mo City winning. We got Travis Scott from Mo City. Who else? I might be dating myself on this one, but you remember TJ Ford? We went to high school together.
Yeah, TJ Ford. Come on, man. TJ Ford used to do us up.
yeah, for real. Let me see.
TJ Ford made the finals. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. And was Naismith Player of the Year.
Yeah. Until Carmelo Anthony stole everybody's checks that year.
Yeah.
That year he beat Kansas and Texas in the Final Four.
Right.
Hey, look, Carmelo Anthony had that rise, dude. Like, because if people don't understand, him and Dwayne Wade, people didn't really get them until they got to the NCAA tournament. Yeah. Dwayne Wade specifically made the most money from making a Final Four of any player ever. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never thought D Wade was like, and when you're in college, man, you watching college basketball.
We watching every day. We watching every game. We watching Kent State versus Miami on a Thursday.
Right, on the Ocho, on ESPN.
Yeah, on the Ocho. Don't worry about the Spanish. Don't worry about the Spanish. Just watch.
And I mean, he had one of the best tournaments
ever. No, ever, dog. He beat. They beat Mizzou, that was ranked like 10 before that, like in the round 32. Then they beat like Duke or something, didn't they? Like Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky or something. and made the Final Four.
What they got to what, the Elite Eight?
Final Four.
Final Four. Yeah.
Yeah. With Marquette.
Yeah. And you know what they had? Nothing.
They had the Diener boys. That's it. And what's the one dude? The one big white dude used to be Novak. They had Novak though.
Okay.
Novak was a freshman though.
Still.
Yeah, but that's another NBA player. I'm saying at least.
Yeah.
But he was only a freshman.
But that was that. But that was a different time period where height could get you to the NBA. You can't.
That's true because he was 7 foot and he could shoot a three.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
No, and he was just a standstill 3-point shooter.
Yeah, you know, like old boy, like the Red Rocket from San Antonio. Remember him, the big tall one, Bonner?
Oh, you talking about
the Red Rocket,
Bonner. Yeah, and he was in Florida. That was in Florida. He was from Florida.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you know, you didn't count on him to post up. You counted on him to do a pick and roll up top, stay up top,
and shoot a little 16-footer.
So
yeah, Mo City, man.
City, man.
You went so TK went to Drake. I mean, everybody knows, listeners know I went to Iowa State, man. TK's hanging out of school all the time. Most of his fraternity brothers up there, so that's where he would be at.
you leaving out who else was up at Iowa State?
Who else?
Y'all had all the chicks, man.
Right.
Y'all had all the chicks, man. See, here's the thing, and I'm gonna be honest about this, and I hate to even put my people out there like this. Drake is a private school, and when you have a private school, you typically have people that kind of take studies a little serious. You know,
of course,
real studious, and you know they have good backgrounds and really focused, and got a 3 and 5 year plan. Iowa State. You know, it's a public university. A public university. You know, everybody from Chicago or St. Louis
and Kansas City.
They come in there, they wow. They hanging out at the Come and Go, eating Pizza Pit wings all night.
Yo, I went up for my boy wedding last year. I drove. It was in Des Moines. I drove all the way to Ames just to get Pizza Pit, dog. I'm talking about literally drove just to get Pizza Pit and turned around.
I miss it. Like there were times that we would jump in the car and go grab some Pizza Pit wings from and here's the tripped out part about it. I didn't have a car in school, so I don't even know whose car I was jumping in.
It was somebody's car.
But no, man, I always hung out at Iowa State, man, and really I had a special place for Iowa State. I feel like a one semester, I think I even stayed there most.
Yeah, no, you were an Iowa State student basically one semester.
Yeah, I mean, so it was, you know, Iowa State. I got super love for Iowa.
Because you came to Drake originally to play football, right?
Yeah. I
so
played
how
football.
the hell did you get recruited to Drake for football out of Texas?
Okay, so initially when I was coming out of high school,
because that's your brother played ball for Drake, right? Basketball, right?
Both of my brothers played basketball at Drake.
Okay.
But what happened with me was I never considered Drake. Drake was never on the radar. I had originally committed to Rice.
Oh, word.
Yeah, the two schools that it was down to was Rice and Texas State. And I was only considering Texas State because they said I was going to play tight end. I had never caught the ball or anything like that before. So I'm like, man, I might be able to score a touchdown. So I considered it. You know what I'm saying? But mainly I was going with Rice because at that time Rice was, you know, in a Power 5 conference, and you know, so
they were in the old SWIC back then.
Yeah, old Southwest Conference. You know, and so I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, you know, I'm really gonna go to Rice. And so and this is back during the paper time period, we didn't have the fast acting internet and stuff like that. So I remember letting the coaches know at Rice, like, hey, I'm gonna commit, you know. I'm down with y'all. Let's go. They're like, okay, cool. So, but I also called the other coach at Texas State, and I was like, hey, you know, just giving you a courtesy. I'm committing to Rice. I thank you all, whatever. Okay, cool. I told my high school coach. He was like, good choice. Cool. Everything is good. The next day in the paper, they mixed up and said that I had committed to Texas State.
Wow.
So when I found out, I'm calling the coach at Rice, who's, you know, the one who's recruiting me. I'm like, hey, that's a mix up. They like, man, you know, how do we know? We thought that you had flipped on us, and that's not the kind of character of people that we want, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I still got Texas State because it said I committed.
This sounds like having two women.
So it really. So I called Texas State, and they like, well, you told us that you were, committing to Rice, so we took you off the board. So I'm like, oh,
we gave up the scholarship to somebody else.
Right. So now I'm stuck out, and signing day is like 2 weeks away. Like I'm out there. So now
you thought you was getting ahead of the game 2 weeks early committing. You're
right,
like, oh, I'm
right.
gonna get it out the way.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? So my brother was like, hey man, send your tapes up here. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't going to Iowa. So I still had, schools like Jackson State, Alcorn, but I really didn't want to go to Jackson State or Alcorn. My family's in Mississippi. Yeah. Plus not to mention, and I'm not even gonna say it, but
because Deion wasn't there. Deion wasn't there yet.
Deion wasn't there. Exactly. Deion wasn't there yet. So then after that, I was like, they had offered me and I really didn't want to go. And I was really just, stressed out about it. My brother was like, hey man, send your tapes up here. And I'm like, I guess so. So I sent the tapes up there, and I remember him calling me. He was like, hey, I just received your tape. I'm gonna walk it over to the coach's office. And probably 30 minutes after that, the coach was breathing hard, saying, hey, we'll sign you right now. Like right now. Come right now. We want you right now. I'm like, okay. So I still wasn't gonna go though. So my brother, who still had like 2 years left, he was like, man, you can come up here. We can run the yard, man. We're gonna have fun. I've been away from home, been away from you, man. We can hang out. The brothers be back together again. So I'm like, all right, cool. You put it like that, that's a good sale. So that's how I got there. First day of classes, my brother called me and said, hey, I can graduate this year. I'm like, hold on, man. I came up here because you said we had 2 years.
2 years.
You about to
that's like you going there, he go pro on you, and like, like we gonna come play with each other.
Man, I was mad, man. I was so mad. But I was there and had a chance to meet people, met cats like you, man, and everything is history, man. So it was the right place.
Yeah, man. I remember, man. I remember you hosted the talent show. So
which one?
It was it was Harambe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so TK got a full suit on y'all. Like he's straight up like, yo, next week I'm gonna be on Def Jam, and this is how I'm gonna look. I'm talking about he literally uses a dress up like, yo, you gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Hey. That dude came out the whole thing. I don't even know. He might have had his own mic. I don't even know. He just came out.
No, I didn't. But I would have been prepared. Don't get me wrong now. I think I did have one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I did have one.
TK was working the crowd, clowning people.
Yeah.
The whole thing is, do you remember this is something that's funny. Do you remember Yo Kappa Raps, right?
Yes.
So this is people that I would say people that do, and Drake people gonna get this and listen to the podcast. Do you remember when the gangbanging rappers went up there and from the cats from the west side of Chicago?
Yes.
When it was like, it's people understand Yo Kappa Raps is a dress up occasion. It's a talent show, but it's like I'm thinking about the NAACP Image Awards, but on the college campus with people performing. People are dressed up. I'm talking about, I got on the suit. Everybody's dressed up.
Right.
And they went out there and said, fuck your chief. Like, we was like, somebody got died tonight. Somebody got died tonight. Yo, you should have saw people's faces like.
And ain't nobody say nothing though.
Would you gonna say something to them cats?
Nobody.
They was straight from the west side. They knew they wasn't gonna make it the whole year. You just had to wait them out. They wasn't gonna finish at Iowa State. Just wait them out.
Did they make it through the year?
Come on, man. No, they did. None of them did. All of them back was on the west side by the end of the year.
Look, side note, man, the west side, it's tough when you got that bulletproof glass in the Heralds, man.
Yeah, and that's St. Louis too, though, on the low everywhere.
Look, you can get chicken and cash your check in the same goddamn spot.
And look, in Omaha, I went to a spot that's the best ever. It was a barber shop. / gas station / rib shack / liquor store.
Damn.
If you've been to Omaha, it was on Post Road.
Hey, Omaha go hard though.
People don't know that Omaha goes hard.
Omaha goes super hard.
Gabrielle Union's from Omaha.
Hey, they will blow your head off too.
Yes, I know. Especially in North Omaha.
Look, most people don't know. And I'm gonna tell you another one that people don't know go hard. Minneapolis.
People that sleep on Minneapolis, all the Somalians.
I had a show in Minneapolis. Well, we've been shut down for a year. So it was the year before, 19. North Minneapolis.
Yo, North Minneapolis goes there. That's where Khalid Alamin's from.
Hey, that's first 48 town. I'm talking, you know when you hear that voice on the north side of Minneapolis.
Like,
you know how hey, and that's where the show was. Hey. I'm trying to tell you.
Minneapolis goes down.
You know it's serious when they be like, hey, you better be funny or I'm gonna tear this place up. And you go back and you be praying like, Lord, please let me be funny.
All my jokes, please be funny.
Hey, I was willing to do anything to be funny that night. I would have done anything to be funny that night.
Shout out Giovanni. He talked about the first time he performed at Cats was throwing Hennessy bottles at him. He was like, I didn't need to be funny. He said, Keywan from the St. Lunatics was like, hey, man, I think you might need to roll out the bag. He's like, I ain't never seen nobody throw a half Hennessy bottle. He's like, that's how mad they was at me.
Because you know we ain't wasting no Hennessy.
Right. He said, that's how bad I was. He was like,
damn. Hey, I'm going to tell you, I ain't never had it that bad. I do remember one time I did a show. It was at a spot called Comedy in the Hood.
Where was it? What city is this in?
Oh, this is Houston. Houston. Comedy in the Hood.
Is it still open?
Huh?
Is it still open?
No. Matter of fact, it's not. It's a show called Comedy in the Hood. It's just at a spot. You know, a spot. It ain't got no name. It's just a spot.
Okay.
Where? Oh, it's the spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know that spot over there.
So you can't even put it in your GPS. You just
no. It's just that spot. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's over there by you know the motel. You know that spot.
You're like, okay, right? I got you.
So I remember, man, I'm sitting there and my first two jokes, they laughing. I'm like, cool. Now this is real, super early in my career.
So your confidence is up. Like, okay, I can run anything now.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and it was a chick in the front, and she was a bigger chick, and she was laughing. And I said, okay, I see you, Kelly Price, getting your laugh on. And I reached down to shake her hand. She grabbed my hand so hard, and she said, "Nigga, I'll kill you."
Did she bring the mic down and say that, or is this only between you and her?
No. She grabbed my hand when I reached out to shake it. She grabbed my hand like the hard, like the hardest I've ever had it grab. And she was like, "Nigga," she was like, "You know how when somebody bite that, nigga, I'll kill you."
Like, okay, ma'am. All right, thank you. You know,
and that threw me off.
So the rest of the show was horrible.
Hey, I was done after that. Matter of fact, it was a dude in the back. He had a curl. And he had a black and yellow Wichita Wheat Shocker shirt on. I still remember this shit. Yeah.
Wheat Shocker? What the hell is that?
Well, that's their mascot. Wichita State. That's their mascot.
Oh, that's right. The Shockers, but it's the Wichita thing, though.
Yeah. Like, but
that's the name of the mascot is Wichita. Yeah.
Yeah, he had it spelled out. Wheat Shockers. Wichita State Wheat Shockers.
So I only knew it was the Shockers. I didn't know it was the full name was Wheat Shockers. I never knew
it's
that.
The Wheat Shockers. And so they so he
got an old ass jersey though, because they ain't went by that name in a long time.
Oh, it was bad. So and remember he had a curl too now.
Oh, so okay, so he just got out of jail then.
Yeah. So this is the 2000s.
Okay.
So you gotta remember if you had a curl in the 90s, bro,
people still was clowning you.
Yeah, you was past due. This is the 2000s. So really, that's the one style that has not come back. Like, you know, everything else come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cats rock flat tops. You know what I'm saying? Cats rocking dreads, braids, whatever. The curl has not, man. That one stuck at the half right there. It ain't coming back.
And I don't think it really fully got its full turn. I think it kind of only really went 6 months. but I think we got enough pictures to make it feel like it was longer.
Nah. Now see, this is where I'm gonna catch you. Now,
okay.
You from St. Louis.
Yes, sir.
And I know you know people or either got family in LA.
Yeah, they was rocking curls till the early 90s, like 92 or 93.
Not easily. And then what did they do after that? Went perm.
Yep. They permed it out.
Yeah, permed it out. They held on to it. They did not, it was there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so
the girl was rocking though for a minute.
It wasn't no 6 weeks.
But then in the Midwest, and it probably ain't even in the South, I think cats went to that texturizer box.
Yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie.
I had the texturizer box. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
We call it the North County Kitchen Curl. That's what we used to call it, the North County Kitchen Curl.
So you know about putting that Vaseline around your line?
Yo, hey, that texturizer box was popping. Ladies was feeling that texturizer box in the 90s.
Hey, it's time to wash it out when you see it essing. Is it essing? Is it essing?
And if you ain't got no gel, and if it's drying up, oh, you looking like you just got out of jail. Like,
hey, I used to rock with that.
So what made you decide like, yo, comedy is my thing. Like, this is what I need to be doing.
I'm gonna be honest. I was fortunate enough, man, and don't judge my mama for this. I saw Raw as a kid.
Dude, I have the worst responsible parents I found out after I meet all of the other adults. Because I saw everything in theaters.
Well, I didn't see it in theaters, but
I saw Coming to America in theaters. I thought everybody did.
But here's the thing: my mom used to let us rent those movies.
That's what I'm saying. Me too. Like I didn't know that it was a parental thing. Like I would go to Blockbuster and just be like, "This is what I want," and she'd just rent it for me.
And so that's how it was. So I remember. Well, I'm gonna tell you the first comedy that I saw was Sinbad, Brain Damaged.
Ah, that's a classic.
And I remember we used to always talk about each other, man. Everybody call it different things everywhere, right? Jones, whatever, roast, whatever.
Dozens,
So that's all we used to do. And so, I was pretty funny at it. And I remember my cousin telling me, he was like, "Man, you funny like Sinbad." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm like 7 years old." I'm like, "Yeah, right." And so it wasn't until I saw Raw, maybe like a year or two later, and I'm like, and I don't know if you remember that scene at the beginning where Lil Bud was like,
the monkey,
and he kicked him in the ding ding. I love that doo-doo line. Samuel L. Jackson said that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what's funny was when I saw that, I was like, "Oh snap! This is like a thing. Like you could do this." Yeah. And then I started watching, man, like Robert Townsend, Partners in Crime.
People sleep. I've been watching those on YouTube, man. Like just going back, like watching some of those on YouTube, those Partners in Crime.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I did a show that was very similar to Partners in Crime. I was heavily inspired by that.
And like one of my posters, if you see, man, is Shuffle.
Hey, I can recite that movie backwards and forward. Matter of fact, every single one of those films I can do. Every single one of them. But what around 7, 8, 9 was when I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. But I knew people, I knew that people would hate on you or try to discourage you and things like that. So I never told anybody outside of my family. So
really?
Yeah, so they knew. They always knew. They knew off top. Like,
so you knew before you went to college you wanted to do comedy.
I chose journalism because I knew I was going to work in radio.
And I needed a degree to at least back it up for me to be able to get the job to be funny.
Not even really to back it up. I'll put it to you like this. I don't know if you know this comedian. His name is Marcus Wiley. Marcus he used to be on the Yolanda Adams morning show.
Okay, yeah.
He used to do a lot of stuff with hits from the streets and stuff like that. Well, him and my brother grew up together. I've known Marcus all my life. Well, he was substituting my class my senior year of high school. And I remember he was going around asking everybody what they wanted to be. And so and I put thought into it. I kind of did, but didn't, And so he came to me and I said, this is the first time I was letting people know. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be a comedian." And everybody started laughing. Ha, you ain't funny. Now they didn't already voted me most funny.
Right. But now they want to hate.
Yeah, now they want to hate it. So but it's the end of the senior year. So I'm like, cool, So you know, I ain't care. So he was like, you know what, y'all calm down. He said, well, how you gonna do it? And I didn't know what he did. You know, I just knew him from, you know,
your brother's
friend, you know. And so I said, well, every comedian wants to get on television because it enhances their profile. But there are only a certain amount of television stations and only a certain amount of television shows. I said, but there is a radio. I said, radio is just like television. It's media. I said, and there is a radio station in every city in America. I have to be good enough to get on at least one of them. And he looked at me and he was like, damn. So after we got out of class, when class let out, he said, hey, were you serious about what you said? I was like, yeah, very. He said, well, tonight, come host the step show at Texas Southern with me. I'm gonna call you on stage. You gonna host it. I was like, damn, okay. Now I'm nervous. I went and I called my brother. I'm like, hey, what am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You ain't got no material. You ain't got no material.
I ain't got no material. And he like, well, why don't you do that one joke when you was talking about such and such? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do that. And then so I did that. I went and I played off the crowd. Man, they loved it, you know. And he was like really impressed with it. So fast forward about 5 years, and now I'm on the morning show in Baton Rouge. And now what's crazy is I don't think you knew this one, but I was actually working on the air, co-hosting a night show with Tweezy in Houston.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So y'all was sending it back to Houston from Baton Rouge.
Well, no, I when I came after school, I was in Houston working at the radio station.
Right. I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I remember you was back in Houston.
That's how I met him.
Okay.
So we left there because they flipped our format to country, just like Martin. It was literally just like Martin. It was just like Martin.
So they went to Weehaw.
Yeah, we went. I think they steal country too, by the way.
Damn, so they must make some bread then.
They steal country. And what's crazy is so I used to always, because I started writing for the morning show of our station. And I used to always say, man, we could do a much better job than our morning show, man. We need to do mornings. So I ran that game for about 6-8 months. And lo and behold, they flipped the format, and he had an opportunity to come to Baton Rouge. He was like, come with me. So that's how I got there. But fast forward 5 years from when I hosted that show with Marcus. Marcus was, you know, producing hits from the streets and, you know, doing his thing in comedy and whatnot. And we were at the BET Awards. And I remember I was behind the rope.
in the GED section.
No, I mean I was in the VIP. Like,
oh, I think you was behind the rope. I'm talking about like the other side of the rope where you just
no. I'm behind the rope. I'm where he's trying to get to. And he looked at me and he was like, yo. And I looked back at him and I was like, yeah, I told you. I literally told you this. You know? And so that really, you know, I ain't trying to, you know, get off subject or anything like that, but I've always been the kind of person where everything I do is intentional, man. Like anything in terms of my career that has happened, nah, man, I plan that every single thing. And like I say what I want, I think about it, and I focus on it, and there's no other option. In no way do I think that I'm not gonna do that. In no way. Like I'm just that crazy that I think that I can do this. Like that's just me, you know. Like after I left the radio station here in Baton Rouge, I was working at Playboy Radio in LA.
Playboy, is this on satellite?
It was on Dash.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I would have to go out there once a month to, you know, record all these shows and, you know, hang out and do these different things and all that. But even as accidental as it happened, I said, I'm going to get out there. But I didn't know how and didn't care how. I just knew I was getting out there to do what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I've been very fortunate, you know, don't get me wrong. I think it's, you know, I don't know if it's because of me, You know, I don't know if it's because of my thoughts or anything like that, but it is a coincidence, and I'm gonna keep doing it because it makes me feel like it works.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing that's ill is that when you wonder sometimes you like when you look back, you're like, yo, like was that all intentional? Like yes,
right,
intentional. You plan out shit, but there's a whole bunch of people that do the same shit you do, and they still
right.
At point A.
Right. So why would it work for me and not them, or vice versa? You know what I'm saying? Like one thing that I always make it a point to do, man, I'm real big on my thoughts. Like I've always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in my room, I would plaster all types of affirmations. You know, even now when I go to sleep with meditation in my ear, you know, telling me I am amazing, I am wonderful, you know, all these other things. If I go to Starbucks and I order, you know, a venti mocha, when they ask me what my name is, I say amazing. They already know it. When I walk in now, they be like, oh, it's Mr. Amazing. Like, and I do that because we get so caught up in believing things that are not really true about ourselves. We can believe all the negative stuff that we want, but when it's something positive, we don't believe that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, you know, it's my thoughts on me. Mm-hmm. If somebody else doesn't agree, I don't really care, because their opinion should not hold that much weight.
And most of the time, it's not you, it's somebody else. When it comes to certain situations, business, personal, whatever, it ain't even you sometimes. And you don't know what they even going through they mental to even affect. You only can choose what you can do.
And that's the thing. I really only focus on the things that I can control. Like, what is my role in things? You know, I can't control what somebody thinks about me or says about me. You know, I just said this yesterday. Like, when it comes to my dealings with people, I don't operate under expectations. You know, I don't expect you to do anything, you know, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that I remove expectations because I can't control what you do. I can't control what you say or how you think or how you respond, but I can control how I think and how I respond. So my thought process is, well, I can't make somebody respect me, but I can respect them. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't offer that respect.
Now, and one of the illest things, though, man, is giving people grace, man. Even when they done you dirty.
Yeah.
And even though you gotta read people like, yo, you should be petty. Like, you know what? Sometimes not being petty is the revenge, because sometimes people are so paranoid. Especially, you know, I'm gonna go with this TK where somebody know they did you dirty, but they're paranoid of the fact they think you're gonna get them back so much that drives them crazy. Like, okay, well, any moment he gonna do something. No, I'll let this game get you. The game gonna get you, baby.
I'm gonna tell you like this: you cannot outrun the problem when you are the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Like, I read a book called The Four Agreements.
Yes, sir. I read it. Yeah, I read it.
And you know, the smoke and mirrors, man, you know, everybody is the same, and everybody is battling, you know, certain situations and things like that. And what somebody does to me has no bearing on me. Yeah. That's I got to take my ego out of it. And
that's the thing. Our ego gets kind of like, man, that was me.
Right.
You know,
right.
And it's like a cocktail, man. Like, it's like, yo, if you're dealing with something, it could be this position that's happened to make this position. It had nothing to do with you. It's just these other things happen that put this thing to happen, this thing to happen.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I do, you know. Now, in terms of my esteem to myself, oh yeah, man, ego on 100.
Oh no, you know, they heard my intro there.
yeah, you know, but when it comes to, you know, my dealings with other people, nah, man, it you know, how you respond, how you act, what you think about me. Like, I am not so full of myself that I expect to be that much on your brain. I don't think that I don't think that I'm that important. You know what I'm saying? To you, I'm that important to me.
Yeah.
But most people think that, oh, such and such hating, or they, you know, you can tell by the way they look at me. Well, you don't know what went on in that person's life before you interacted with them.
Their mother could have died, and you just you met them somewhere like that. It has nothing to do with you.
Like, man, he's so standoffish. Man, that dude grieving. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
His mom and dad died in a car accident last week.
Right. You literally do not know what's going on in these people's lives, man. But you make it so much about you. You think that they're doing it because of you. Nah, man, it's not. You ain't that important.
Right.
You know?
Hey, that's the realest shit.
You
And
really
one of
not.
the things one of the things I've been like somebody broke down to me, man, is something I had to be myself. You can't get revenge on poverty, man.
Oh man.
Yo, that when this man Cat told me this, man, maybe like a year ago, it opened my mind up. Like, dude, I can't get revenge on stuff that happened to me back then. I'm never gonna be able to get to take away that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was saying the revenge. You can't get revenge on people either, ever.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing with your poverty, people, anything, because it's just not the way it goes. It's just you're not that important. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the whole thing is not that important.
You really are not. You know what I'm saying? And what's so funny is that, you know, how somebody is on the inside, like what they are dealing with, man, that stuff comes out. And, you know, I'm a believer that we are the sum product of the last 3 to 5 years of our life. The decisions that we've made for the last 3 to 5 years. And so when you have someone that operates and lashes out in a negative manner, that's indicative of how they feel about themselves, about the world around them. And something is happening inside of them that is so bad. And I don't even like that word bad.
Yeah.
But something inside of them is happening that is so
like traumatic.
Yeah, it's so damaged that they have no other option in their mind but to act the way that they act. And for that, I develop a sense of pity for people.
Dude, I feel the same. Yep.
You know,
you feel sorry for them when they make crazy decisions. Like you be like, yo,
yeah.
Like at first you might like, especially if somebody did you wrong, a business deal or personally, something you like, but then you see like the other moves they make, you go like, oh, this wasn't about me. They're just on some other shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because especially you see the other moves after that, the other moves they make end up making them like billions of dollars or something. You like, well, shit, maybe I was the one.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
But most times out of 10, they make some other crazy decision that you see, and you're like, right? Oh, this had nothing to do with me. It's not me.
But I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not gonna say it's absolute. Everything is not absolute.
Of course.
I don't think, you know. But my experience has been, I've never seen somebody do people bad and do people dirty and still turn out to be profitable or achieve their goal in the long run. It may be in the short term, but in the long run, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen somebody mess over people, you know, just do foul shit. I've never seen somebody prosper in the long run.
What about Baby from Cash Money?
Well, you see what Cash Money is right now. Wayne got 3 dreads hanging off the, you know what I'm saying? But, you know,
I was gonna say Puffy too, but ain't nobody on Bad Boy.
Ain't nobody on Bad Boy.
And Revolt hanging on by his last string.
When was the last time you watched Revolt outside
I've never watched Revolt in my life.
See what I'm saying? Most people don't even carry Revolt.
Yeah, that's what
you know, like, and you ain't gonna go and search it out for the app or nothing like that. You ain't gonna do that. Like,
no.
So, you know, the proof is in the pudding. You think about long term. You know, think about all of the amazing artists that Puffy had on his label. Amazing.
It may have been the worst acquisition or use of talent ever on a label in history.
I don't think there is a label
that had as much talent that ran through there that just is nothingness. Maybe Motown. Maybe Motown or something.
Maybe Motown. Motown is it.
Yeah.
Because
it was only one black label then. It's like, I mean, like, that's like saying like the one black squad in your town where all the black athletes go to. Yeah, it's only one black high school. So they good.
But man, the black high school used to always win. Yeah,
like here in St. Louis, it was Sumner and Beaumont. Like these two brothers, like, man, when the black kids like, well, it was only 2 or 3 high schools, and that's part of the city. Yeah,
right.
Like,
yeah, man.
Like when we had all these people, Angela Winbush went here and all this, you be like, yeah,
it was founded in 1902, man.
Exactly. Like,
no, but I would say Motown might be, but look at somebody like Baby, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baby ain't winning. Baby
got Tony Braxton.
You getting old, Tony Braxton, 50-year-old, 55, 60, almost 60-year-old Tony Braxton.
That's true. You getting on literally on her last leg.
Come on, man. Like,
Homeboy from Miss Condition got all them good years.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he getting hot flashes, Tony Braxton. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sweating and getting the mustache up here, Tony Braxton.
That's true. Like, that's true. That's when them like I'm gonna get her after I get my money right.
Right. So no, man. I mean, that's not winning, man.
Yeah,
you know,
that's real.
If music is what you want to do and who you say you are, name me a Cash Money artist right now. Not that.
None.
Thank you.
Is Bow Wow on the label still?
Who?
Bow Wow.
I remember that. Damn.
You remember Bow Wow was signed to Cash Money for a second, remember?
I remember that.
Wow. Shout out to Bow Wow. You know he's trying to be in wrestling now, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's the best idea he's ever had in his life.
Well, he's about that extravagant.
Dude, they can make him a great heel, dog. Yeah, they can make him like fake, like he could get paid if he played it right. Like,
and then he's real little. Right. So they can really throw him around.
Right.
And
people would hate it and give him a belt or something. Where people be mad that he won a belt.
And he's already shown you that he don't mind lying and exaggerating shit. So like he know how to really sell getting hit.
Dude, that dude, I swear he is the biggest boss ever to come across.
Look, I remember when Clubhouse first hit, he was on there telling all the business, man. And let's talk about that, man.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Like that part of the game right now really upsets me.
Dude, like, I never thought that's stuff that I would love to know, like in the memoir when I'm like 70, like, yo, that's crazy. They kicked it. I don't even know that now.
Like now you got people, man, trying to live their life, starting families and shit. And you out here talking about how you had somebody posted up. And well, first of all, I'm not even big on the kiss and tell, man.
Period.
I'm not big, except for one, maybe. But
what's the one?
We still recording?
Yeah, we recording.
No, man, I ain't say that.
Is it a celebrity?
Huh?
Is it a celebrity or is somebody we just know that we just know?
No. I'm saying if there was one celebrity.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, no. But that's just not my style, man. Like, yeah, like all this phone shit, man. This documenting everything and ratting and telling, man. I've had some super dope experiences that nobody's known about.
Yep, and I never videotaped it, never took no pictures.
Phones, no nothing, man. Like I mean,
you forget to take pictures when you having fun like that.
I'm just not down with that, man. First of all, think about this. If you and you know this from the social scene, people who really doing it don't want all their stuff out there, man. And that's just real interesting to me that now. That's everything is public game, and I'm just not. I don't think
you'd be surprised how many old heads.
No, man, I'm gonna tell you. Funny story. Actually, man, me and my dad fell out over Facebook. My dad is not talking to me right now.
Are you like because the comment like y'all was battling in some comments?
No, like I made a joke. My dad is not even on Facebook. His wife, and I don't call her my stepmom because when you get married after you like grown, I can't be like
that's the chick my dad dealing with.
Yeah, that's my dad's wife.
Yeah.
So apparently she's on Facebook and she doesn't follow me, but I guess sometimes she searches us and
or somebody shared something maybe you put up too though.
Well, I don't think they shared this. Because I had just put it up there.
Oh, it was that fast, like the
yeah. So I posted a joke. I said, "Today is my dad's birthday. I'm gonna get him the same thing that he got me. I'm gonna forget and call him 2 weeks later and wish him happy birthday."
That's funny though,
but it's true.
So he's mad at you because you told everybody that.
Yeah. So.
But it was a joke though, so like people don't know if like oh this is funny, keep it moving.
Well, but everybody laughed. And he called my brother like pissed, like, you know, what is it with Tony? All on this book thing on the
book face.
Yeah. He on, you know, talking about me. And so my brother was like, no, man, you know, Tony, you know, he just making a joke. Well, I didn't find it funny. So I had to sit back. I'm like, man, how did he even see it? But his wife, man, will go lurking through, man. Yeah, he ain't talking to me right now, man.
Dude, I'm seeing older cats do a little bit too much. Like older cats, they get a little young chick. The young chick amp them up on the social media devices. I saw a dude. You know how LinkedIn will show you like suggested people or whatever.
Yeah.
Saw a dude with his new engaged wife on his LinkedIn profile picture.
Bro, LinkedIn is not Facebook.
Yo. And so now I'm curious because I ain't shit of a person. So now I'm trying to find him on every other social media site to see what's going on.
Yo, speaking of,
I'm weird like that. It's like I just want to see. It's like the sociological. Like, what is his wife looking like? And you'd be like, oh, he's a sucker. Okay, I got it. I get it.
Yo, I got to tell you this one though. Since we talking about like old heads,
yeah.
my mom's brother. It got on Facebook. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and follow him. You know, my uncle, I'm gonna go ahead and follow him, right? So he got remarried, but the chick that he remarried is like way, I don't want to say way younger, but she a good 20 years. She's a good 20 years. So she know
I'm
how to work.
he's in his 60s, she's in her 40s.
Yeah, so he like 69, about to make 70. So yeah, he's 69. So she's like 49, 50. You know,
where's the what is the buffer for that where you like, yo, you're kind of wilding, my G, like where like the age difference? What is that number?
Well, it's not him that's doing the wilding, it's her. She runs the Facebook page.
Hold on. So he's on Facebook,
but it's not him. It's her, because all he does
with his pictures.
Yeah, well, it's not really his pictures. It'll be
it's all couple stuff, but it's Dwayne.
It's couples, or he'll post a picture and it'll be the love of my life, and I just don't know what I'd do without her, and just like really.
Oh, so she's doing her own words of affirmation of herself.
This is, and I remember telling my brothers, I was like, "Yo, man. Unc, man, that ain't him. I know that ain't him." So a few days ago, she posted, and she accidentally posted herself in the gym, like a selfie.
Oh, so she got it on her phone. She didn't flip the profile.
She didn't flip the profile. She posted on his story. You know what I'm saying? Like squats, not shots. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what is it? Oh, here we go. Yep.
I knew it. I knew that wasn't him. Because first of all, man, my uncle ain't on that type of stuff. Man, he from Mississippi, man. My uncle went to a colored high school. Like, he don't know how to work no phone.
Facebook. So what is the buffer for that, Tony? Where like you like if you one of your homeboys like, yo, I'm dating a chick that's 25. Would you be like, yo, man, like, is that what we doing now? He's not just kicking with it, but like he like, yo, this my lady.
Like they go together.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna make propose in another year or two or something.
See,
it all depends, right? I guess it kind of depends, right?
It does, but 25 now ain't like 25 when we were 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, like for us, even though we might have been, immature, we still had a level of maturity about us, right? 25 now, man. 25 is like fucking 14. You know what I'm saying? Like
said 14.
Like it. But then again, I get it.
Right. But at the same time, do you think that, I'm not saying it's not real, but I could see the finish line of this situation. I know where this train is going to lead out.
No doubt. It's milk. It got an expiration date.
Okay. That's what I mean. Like, or you don't think that you just, and that's got to be an ego thing of like, if you're 10, 12, 13 years older than a woman, you got to know what it is, right?
Yeah, it's just some smashing. It's just some smashing.
No, I'm talking about dudes that be like, yo, this is my queen. He said, don't do it. He's like, no.
First of all, you don't even like to stay up late. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get to a certain age, you don't like to stay up late. Like shit, I'm almost at my bedtime now.
Right, it's
I'm done. Like shit, I'm getting sleepy. Like
trying to take you out to the club.
Yeah, no. First of all, man, like, and I was saying this earlier today, man. this emo rap, man, is too much. And that's what she's 25. She probably like that stuff, man. You
Oh,
know,
you know it, like Drake or something like that. Like that's not
yeah,
even
man.
my
I'm talking about younger and wilder than that. Something you ain't never even heard of.
He said some kind I don't even know now.
Yeah, like she get her music from YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I'm no, but I get it.
No, I get it, but it's your ego involved to think that it's not what it is, though. I feel like that's my thing. Like you got to know what it like. Okay, no, but I'm talking about cats like taking somebody serious.
I'll give you a perfect example. And I know you've seen every episode of Martin.
Yes, sir.
Remember that episode when Pam got with the dude in the skybox?
Yes, sir.
It's Simon in the skybox, man. Like, I'm gonna be done with you in a minute.
Yeah,
let's enjoy it. You know,
put you straight in motherhood.
Yeah, you good. You know, you good. Like but I get it. You know?
But I get it.
You don't like stretch marks. I get it. You know, you don't like, you know, and you got to understand this too. When you go to the pound, right, to get a dog, which dog do you go and get?
Try to get the closest to, you know, something that's nice and good.
You know, you're going to get a puppy.
You're going to try to get something young.
You're going to get a puppy.
Yeah, you're not going to get a dog that's 10 years old already.
Yeah, you ain't going to be like, hey, give me that Shih Tzu with the cataract in the eye and the one that piss all over the seat. Like, nah, you're not going to do that. You're going to go for the puppy. So I get it. But
at the same time, that Shih Tzu, it ain't trained correctly. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? That one with that eye gonna bite somebody and they come to the door. That shit, the other dog might be running.
Man,
but like I said, I get it. But I do, like I said, I get it though. I do get it.
I get it. I wouldn't do it.
Like I don't get the loyalty that I think to me it would feel like fake loyalty, and I wouldn't trust them. So it would be no point in us being together.
Well, here's the thing about that. Just in terms of my thoughts on that type of situation, we always throw out these cliches, right? Like, you know, oh, unconditional love.
Love is very conditional.
Man, nigga, love is conditional.
Very conditional.
It's 100%, and it's always been conditional.
Like my daughter is unconditional because that's my child. But her love is definitely going to be conditional for me to how I treat her as my daughter. But I get that.
You know, but we like to think that romantic relationships, you know, we're looking for this unconditional love. No, you're looking for somebody that makes you feel good. It's conditional, because the minute they stop making you feel good, you are out or they are out. And whatever that is that makes you feel good, regardless of what it is, the minute that stops over a long period of time, you are done. That shit is conditional. So I think a lot of times, you know, I look at it like nobody's being honest when they get into it. Like nobody, because you are operating based upon a societal norm that you didn't even have a chance in voting in. Like none of us voted on how relationships go. Somebody just told us this is what it's supposed to be, and we automatically conform to that.
And now we're conditioned to be a part of that.
Yeah, like every relationship really should be a relationship unto itself. Like when people get married, they say the same vows.
That should be different. Every contract should be different contract.
Every contract should be different. You know, like honestly, what's funny is my older brother, man, he got married and they didn't say for richer or for poorer. They said for wealth or more wealth.
Okay.
I told him he was stupid for that. I say, you set yourself up, dog.
Because if you don't get no more wealth, she got it in the contract.
And it's in the contract. So, I mean, what do you do? But yeah, man, I just think that you talking about trust, man. I don't. Again, it goes back to what I said about how you respond to other people. I don't put expectations on other people. I just don't. I go into it with the automatic default that, you know, people are humans.
And exactly, and they're going to do something to offset it, and either I'm gonna forgive it or not, and I make that decision then.
Exactly. So
what do you think about like getting married quickly? What do people when they get older get married quicker, or is that something that this like what it like? Because I see a lot of people.
No. Okay, now let's go back to my uncle.
Yeah.
And I'm putting all my family business out there. Look. My dad ain't talking to me. I might as well throw my uncle in there too. He probably ain't gonna talk to me after this. So my uncle is a widower. His wife just passed. You know,
oh, like, he needed to get somebody up in there to help him out. He was like
oh,
he was like color purple.
But he, you know, they got together. It was like my aunt passed away maybe about 2 years ago, and they already married. They've been married for about 6 months, maybe 8 months.
Oh wow! And how long were they dating before they got married?
I don't know, because he had just got on Facebook. And right when he got on Facebook, it was, I'm in a relationship.
And then I was married.
And then they were married. They were taking engagement pictures. I know that wasn't his. I know that wasn't my uncle. But you are optimistic pessimist, as I call it, like myself. Me and you are like we talk about this in college. We are horrible good people. Yeah, for real.
Because I'm like a barker. Like, okay, let me look. I think it's about they can do about 5 to 10. 15.
Well, here's what's funny. Every relationship has an expiration date.
100%. Somebody gonna die or it's over.
Yeah. Either death or divorce or you know, but at some point we are no longer going to be together. We hope it's death.
Yeah.
But you know, at some point it's going to happen. There are some that I see, and I'm like you. I will be on social media. I'll see the pictures. They all in love.
And the more you overshare, the more I plummet the odds.
Me too.
Like if you just put one up with your dude or your girl, and you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And you may not do nothing else for like but if you got every weekend, y'all got
birthday, anniversary.
Yep.
Birthday, anniversary, Valentine's.
And one summer shot from y'all maybe hanging out in the summer, like somewhere in the summer.
And
the Christmas card. And the Christmas card.
Yeah.
So you got 4, you got 1 1/4.
Yeah, you got a quarter. But if you are a random Thursday and y'all just eating crawfish in the park, and
do you think that's an insecurity thing amongst them two, or is it just or is this an idea because we overshare so much on social media?
Well, it's a combination. It's a combination. You know, you oversharing. It's an insecurity. You know, I'm a firm believer that whatever somebody projects is really what they are not secure about. Like you hear people, like whatever you accent, whatever you show a lot of attention to, that is what you are most insecure about. That's just my thought.
Yeah. So like every week is like, you know, another date night. Like it's a quarantine. How y'all got a date night every other weekend? We've been quarantining.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? Like I just think that when you see these couples, I'm like you. I do. I know when.
And I feel horrible about it, but it's funny to me at the same time.
Well, if you're doing this with people who watch the show, then let me do it. I don't want you to offend your fans, man.
Oh no! They don't know I do it because they may be laughing right now. I'm talking about them.
So now I remember, and here's another thing too that I gauge things on. The more emphasis you put on the wedding, like the more extravagant it is, the greater I put your chances within 5 years of not being. No, like real talk.
Yeah, and I also go off of it's so many. It is a complicated equation because people ask like, well, how do I come up with my calculations? I go off usually like if the dude, like if I knew he was just trying to impress the girl by getting the ring, especially like if you had proposed within less than a year.
Yeah,
I'm going to put your odds at way less. And then if you tricked off on the ring just to like bump it up, like, well, we only been together. I've only known you 6 months. Oh, but I know you to. Oh no, I saw one that said 37 days.
37 days?
Yes.
Got that they were probably done. And hold on, don't tell me.
No, they're not done. They're still not done.
How long they been together?
4 months.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I'm still the calculation, the clock is still on. Like we still got the clock going.
When did Dr. Anthony Fauci say we're not gonna wear masks anymore?
2022.
They'll be done before then.
Because there's no way, dog. There's no way. You don't know nobody.
They'll be done before then.
Because you don't know nobody, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what the real key is, man.
Okay, spit some game.
The real key to creating a long-standing relationship.
Okay.
And this is going to go against everything you know about me. Because
Okay.
you know,
yeah,
the real key to a long-standing relationship, in the beginning, do not have sex.
Really?
In the beginning, do not have sex for as long as you possibly can. I say go a year.
Really?
Yeah. In the beginning, do not have sex.
Wow. Why do you say that?
Because what it does is it allows you, well, once you have sex, everything changes. Your emotions change. It is a total, you change. You only know that person up until that time period.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take that out of it, because a relationship, if you plan on being together for an extended period of time, I'm talking about decades, there are going to be periods where you're up, you're down, you're happy, you're sad. You're going to go through all different types of things. You're going to experience death in the family. You're going to experience some type of trauma, some type of all types of things where you might not even be physically capable of it. But if you make that some level of foundation, which is what you're doing at the very beginning of your relationship, you are setting the foundation of how this thing is going to go. So if you set that foundation of something on communication, on a genuine like for each other, like I like you, you know, like I don't mind
like and love.
Yeah. You know, I don't mind talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I like you. Like I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, like on the phone. Like when's the last time you talked on the cell phone? Like for an extended period of time. You see what I'm saying? Like you just want to, like you don't mind talking to this person. Like you don't mind, you can only do that without having sex. In my opinion. Go as long as you possibly can.
Are you practicing this yourself?
I've done it before. Yeah.
Really?
I'm telling you my life. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is from real application then.
Yeah. Do not. And I promise you, you will have, I'm not going to say it's perfect.
Right. Of course. I mean,
but it
so you said your relationships that where you've then done that has been more healthier than other relationships.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. 100%. Now, now, of course, you know, I might be the secret sauce, you know, I'm just a communicator, you know what I'm saying? You know, but what I'm saying is it allows you to be able to really set a solid foundation. Talking don't go nowhere. But what happens if, you know, your lady, you know, God forbid, gets breast cancer and them D's ain't there no more. She got to get a mastectomy. Then what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You gonna roll? What happens if, you know, you get into an accident? You know, like these are things that people have to think about. What happens if you get paralyzed from the waist down? You can't do nothing. You know, from the waist down, you can do it from the waist up. I mean, you know, hold on, doc. So I'm still good. You know, like I remember, man, you know, my dad back when he was talking to me, you know, he had told me about one of his friends who had prostate cancer, had his prostate removed. That's, you know what I'm saying? Over. Like what that do, man? Yeah, I know, man. I saw that. That was cute. That was the cutest thing in the world, man.
You want to come on here and say hello?
Hey, that was the cutest thing in the world, man. That
go get a bit. I'll be in there with you.
Okay. Man, look. Golly, that was, man. I'm about to, man, let me hold my eyes up, man. Golly. I ain't felt like this since the Will Smith Just the Two of Us video, man. Golly, man. I'm tearing up.
Yeah, we look alike, man. It's
man,
crazy.
That's cute, man. That's good stuff, man. But no,
so a year.
That solid foundation, man, that's what it's most about, man. Because at the end of the day, man, sex get old, bro. Sex get tired. You start looking for things more of substance, man, and those are really the only things of substance, to be able to sit there and talk to somebody and be like, well, what do you like? How are you growing? Tell me about what, you know, like, I'm really interested in how your day is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that only comes from not having that as a foundation, but just that now it's in there, but you know, it's not the
But what if you
foundation.
do that whole year and then it's trash?
It won't be though.
Mm.
Because you're mentally getting into somebody.
Okay.
Like you remember that old Dead Prez song, man, Mindsets,
Yeah.
man. Don't get me wrong now.
Well, if when the rubber meets the road.
Hey, don't get me wrong now.
Yo, Tony, before we get out of here, man, I got one more thing that you told me that was funny that I took across my. I'm not gonna name the comedian, but we were talking. I don't know if you remember. We were talking about one comedian, and you were like, when you look at funny, look at what if they're saying is funny or how they're saying it is funny. Mm-hmm. He's like, if you can't replicate the joke and tell this someone else, and they be like, oh, that is funny. Yeah. Then that comedian is not funny. What they say is funny. How they say things is funny.
Some people say funny things, and some people say things funny.
That's two different things.
Two different things. And you know, I know I hate to really sound like this, but I've been very fortunate to study comedy. I'm not just talking about looking at my favorites. You remember we were talking and you had brought up how I was telling you about George Carlin and Dave Chappelle back in 99, 2000. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And like, you were when it told me, and I repeated back, you said Sean Wayans was a great writer and people didn't know. He's like, dude, Sean Wayans guy is a beast with the pen.
But those are the things that I look at and that I've used to study the model, man. You know, to study the model, because you know it don't make sense to reinvent the wheel. You know, it's already been laid out for us. But yeah, some comics say funny things and some say things funny. You know.
All right, this is the last part. This is our section where we do this or that. So you got two different. You get to choose with either one.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's only two choices you got, man. You got two choices. Okay. All right, Martin or Fresh Prince.
The TV show?
Yep.
Oh, that's easy, Martin.
All right. Next up, Nas or Jay-Z?
Jay.
All right. Next up, the Jeffersons or Good Times?
Jeffersons.
Okay. Is there a reason why over Jeffersons over Good Times? Because they was really doing it.
Well, two reasons. George Jefferson.
Yeah.
He was a stuntastic. Old black men, they experienced racism, so they have a different, they have a different, like I'll give you a perfect example, and I've been trying to cut back on it, but I can't, because sometimes there's no other word to use to describe them. But old black men say the word nigger really funny,
right?
They say it's just like white people when they say it,
Get this nigger.
Yeah, it's really funny. And George Jefferson really used to say it really funny in the early seasons. Yeah. I remember Weezy one time said it to George, and it was because it was in the first season. Lionel had bought a $300 watch.
Keep in mind, they balling people. Jefferson's a baller.
Yeah.
They're trying to watch it doing nothing to hurt nobody.
No, I'm lying. George bought Lionel the $300 watch.
Oh, so he got approval for it.
No, so he bought the watch, and he just wanted to, get something for his son. And he like, this I got him that. And she was like, oh, really? How much did it cost? And he was like, oh, it didn't cost that much, $300. And Weezy said, $300 for a watch? Nigga, please. And it was the end of the show, and the credits came up, and it was the funniest thing.
So, they ended the show on that with
yeah. You can look it up. It's season 1. And it caught me off guard because I was watching old reruns on TV One.
Oh,
yeah. $300 for a watch? Nigga, please. And I cracked up laughing like it was, and this was recently. And I was like, man, that was so funny. But yeah, Jefferson's hands down. And Martin, the reason I choose Martin over Fresh Prince, there are 3 episodes of Martin that are the best TV that I've ever seen in my life.
Which ones are they?
And I include this as one episode: Hollywood Swinging.
Where he goes with Varnell
Hill. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
I count that as one episode. Tommy Hitman Hearns.
Yeah, we 2 for 2 here. We 2 for 2.
Tommy Hitman Hearns. And then it was the episode where they did the New Jack City, where he had the dog.
I want to add an honorable mention to the Players Ball episode.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got a bunch of honorable mentions.
Yeah,
it's a ton of honorable mentions.
Yeah,
but those are like, that is so funny. Now I'm gonna tell you what I saw recently, and I know we wrapping up.
Yeah, no, you good, man.
I saw an interview on This Is 50 with Casey and JoJo.
Okay.
And they said they did not know that they were.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, they didn't know he was gonna come and do that.
They didn't know nothing.
So their reaction is for real.
Their reaction is for real, and they kept singing. So they really thought this dude was messing up, and they did it in one take. It was one take.
Dude, Martin was crazy with it, man. It would never be nothing like that, man.
Yeah.
Never be nothing like that. All right. This is a triple threat match here, man.
Okay.
So, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, or New Jack City?
Ooh. New Jack City.
Okay. Why New Jack?
I'm more the fan of the stunting. Like, I like that rich, that rich shit. I really do. And they was really on some stuntastic. Like,
what is the biggest stunt in there you do? I'll tell you my favorite stunt in there.
Well, let me see. What was
mine? I'll give you mine off the top. Mine was him drinking that champagne out of a straw.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a low flex, but it's like
he had that flower. He had that flower, and he reached over to a chick and tried to give it to her and pulled it back. It was like, you thought you was getting. Yeah, I remember that.
With a straw in it. With a straw in it. With a straw in it. $50 bottle of Moet.
Yeah. No, I think my favorite part of that movie was when G Money first was talking about crack. And he got in the Jeep.
When he was like, that itches.
He was like, yo, they didn't come back for the blow. They came back for the bass. And the bitches? Whoa, the bitches. Yeah, man. So my bad. I know you got your daughter over there, man.
Yeah, no. Yeah, dude, that's the whole point of that section, man. Yeah. All right. Houston.
So I like that. Rockets. I like that rich, stuntastic stuff, man.
Houston Rockets or Houston Oilers?
Right now, none of them, man. I'm pissed with both of them. Damn. Oh man, Rockets. At least they gave us 2 championships.
Okay, point taken. Yeah. So, your favorite rapper from Houston?
Ooh. Man, I gotta go Face. Yeah, I'll go Face. Yeah, all right. I'll go Face.
Dr. Dre or Russell Simmons?
I think Dre and Aftermath might have sold more records than Def Jam. No, the Def Jam had Beastie Boys.
No, Def Jam also had DMX.
Yeah, but you got to think about it, man. Like, Get Rich or Die Trying, Eminem.
But you got to think it's way more artists. They had Meth on Def Jam, Redman's on Def Jam. They had way more artists.
Yeah. You
got to think LL Cool J alone.
Cool J. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you got to think LL Cool J was moving units.
Wait, wasn't Foxy on Def Jam?
Yeah, Foxy was on Def Jam too.
And
Jay was on Def Jam for a second.
Jay was on Def Jam. They had a distribution deal with Def Jam. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Def Jam. All right. Your favorite New York borough? Oh, hands down, Harlem. Uptown. Okay. Yeah. More than Queens? Yeah. No. He said no. No. Hands down. Manhattan. Hands down. All right. So now this is going to be a deep dive here. A triple threat match between these comics: Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, and George Carlin. Oh, damn.
And the reason I don't put Eddie in, and people, I always take Eddie out, even though Eddie's the most influential. I look at him almost like a Drazen Petrovic. Not saying he's that, but like he left the game.
Yeah.
Well, we can really, he doesn't have as many specials as these other three I'm talking about, where they were putting up numbers and he just like, I'm not doing stand-up no more.
Eddie, we got introduced to Eddie as an actor, even though he was a comedian. But who you just named, they were comedians the whole way.
Yeah.
Like Carlin had, I think Bill Maher might be the only one who got more specials than him.
Really?
Maybe. On HBO. I might be wrong, but Bill Maher has quite a few, but Carlin, I want to say, might have had like 20 specials. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's work, man. Like, I mean, work. And he was not like some of these other comics. He had his stuff scripted out from top to bottom. So think about how much work you had to put in to memorize word for word, top to bottom, a full hour and 50-minute set. Because he was going a long haul.
Yeah.
And one thing that I admire about him, most comics, you know, are taught when you are in these open mic settings, which is where you get a lot of your early work. Man, you got 3 minutes. So you got to get as many laughs as you can. So
you don't have time to let the joke breathe.
Yeah. Most people don't know how to pace yourself. Like performing takes pacing. You know, if you make the audience laugh too hard, you burn them out. But you don't learn that type of stuff in 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So for him to be able to be comfortable enough to talk for about 3, 4, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, setting up a joke, and then get one punch 8 minutes into a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then keep going. Like, that's hard. Most comics, when you feel like they ain't laughed in a minute, you like, man, I got to do something crazy. And you just throw out, you know, say something stupid or do something stupid just to try and get a laugh. Like those guys, man, they seasoned. It's like watching Bill Russell in the low post or something. You know what I'm saying? Like real post moves, you know, like you don't see that type of action right now in the game. And really, Dave Chappelle is moving in that direction. He didn't start.
He's 100%, especially with these last couple of little small vignettes he's been doing, where it's really not. You don't even know if you necessarily should be laughing or not.
Yeah, the one with George Floyd, the 828 or whatever. Yeah. Oh no, you didn't laugh at that. You sat there and you were like, it was social commentary.
But that's what Carlin was doing, especially towards the end of his career.
Exactly. That's exactly what I find interesting about Dave Chappelle is that, and Chris Rock too. Well, Carlin too. They talked about things 20, 30 years before they happened.
They did.
like for Dave Chappelle to have a joke about, you know, I want to call the police, but you know, my house is nice. It ain't that nice, but it's too nice for me.
Right. And they said they think the Negro broke in and put pictures of his whole family.
He's still here. Open and shut case, Johnson.
Sprinkle some crack on him and get out of here.
Yeah, sprinkle some crack on him. And you know, like that happened to both them John, dog. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Or you think about, you know, the stuff Chris Rock was talking about where he said, I'm not scared of Al Qaeda. I'm scared of Al Cracker. That was 2007.
Yeah, because that was before the mass shootings. The only mass shooting that happened before that was Columbine.
So, you know, he said, I'm scared of Al Cracker. He said that in, you know, and then you think about what happened on the Capitol steps. You know, that's almost 2 decades ago he said that, you know? So it's funny to me how they witness history and predict it within their routines. Like that's so funny to me. Like I think what's funny is that if you look at one of these old episodes of the Richard Pryor show,
it was only like 4 of them, right?
Yeah, only 4 of them.
Yeah,
but in one of them, he was the 44th president.
Right. And
Barack Obama was the 44th president.
Yeah, but definitely different than Richard Pryor, though.
But to have that type of insight, or not even insight, but to be spot on and be like the first black president is going to be the 44th one.
Right,
that was in
man, that's around
1976.
He's probably like 20 years. I think no 30 would be like 30 years.
30 years. Yeah, 30 years. Right. Go. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. You know, I interviewed President Obama.
Really? When?
2008.
Oh, when he was running.
When he was running. Yeah. Oh no, not after he was president. No. This is
cut off.
Yeah. This is 2008. He trying to whip up the vote.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Did he come in the studio or was it a phoner?
No, it was a phoner.
Okay.
But it was still. I was still honored, man. That Janet Jackson. Let me see. President Obama, Janet Jackson. I'm just talking about some of the ones that really got me.
Like I always feel like Janet doesn't necessarily, she doesn't give good interviews. I just feel like she hasn't been able to be comfortable with somebody to really like talk that shit.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I would love to like have a conversation where she just would talk, not even record, just talk that shit about how you feel about stuff. Like in general, like on just what was happening with this. Like you seen that thing with Whitney Houston where she was that video of her like clowning Janet.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on now, Whitney. Janet was putting on a full show now.
Yeah.
You knew you was only standing in one place.
And
I get you dissing Paula Abdul, but come on now with Janet.
But here's the thing. Janet became a public enemy after the Nipplegate thing.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of made her retreat in. You know?
Oh wow! You know what? I think she was a little bit more out there before that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She had just won. That's why she was performing at Super Bowl. She had just won the MTV Icon Award the year before.
That's right.
So all of that, like they were giving her flowers, man. They were putting her on a higher pedestal than Mike. Mike hadn't won that award.
And on the low, she's got more hits than Mike.
Oh man, that's blasphemy.
No. Pound for pound, look at a Janet album, and you'll be like, yo, it's 9 dope songs on one album that were singles.
First of all,
no, Mike is top heavy. Don't get it twisted. Mike is very top heavy.
Hold on. Mike he had at least 4 to 5 super bangers.
Right, but she had bangers like that are low key.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you an example. Like, funny how time flies. You'd be like, dude, like that was Janet. Like, you forget.
That's one of my favorite songs.
But I'm saying, but the average person forgets that our Come Back to Me. You'd be like, oh, that is another low key banger.
But see, during that era, I felt like she was trying to be Mike. Think about Funny How Time Flies. You know, that last run.
But that's all Jimmy Jam though. He didn't work. But you gotta remember, Mike refused to work with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Did he? Why?
Yeah, you do. So shout out to my homegirl Carla, man. She's she works at Flight Time. Okay. She's one of the writers at Flight Time. She's from here, man. She got a Grammy for Usher's album, the Mars vs. Venus song. She wrote that.
Oh, no joke. Oh,
yeah. So she works for Flight Time.
Okay.
And she was saying like how, so basically they wanted to work with Mike at first. Mike did the little like, yo, holla at my sister thing.
Oh.
And they said they had to sit with Janet for like a week or two just hanging out with her to get her to open up. Because she was used to everybody writing her stuff for her. And they were like, and
like she had 2 flops before then.
Right. So what they said happened was they were just hanging out with her, and then they ended up writing was it Nasty Girl? Oh no, What Have You Done For Me? And she was like, y'all came up with this from just talking to me. She's like, yeah, she's like, so hold on. I can do songs about stuff that I'm kind of like feeling. He's like, yeah, that's what we've been doing, sitting there hanging out with you for a couple hours every day. And then she just start coming up with everything, and that's how all them bangers came out.
Damn.
And that's the story she told.
I'll tell you like this. There are 2 albums that Mike had that people slept on.
Well, Dangerous.
Oh yeah, Dangerous.
Yeah.
And I feel like people slept on Bad. Bad's
got bangers though.
But
people didn't pan Bad though. Like if you look back at the reviews, people were like, it's all right. It ain't Thriller.
Man, nothing was Thriller. And really, to be honest,
I think Thriller's overrated, to be honest.
Thriller is overrated. I personally, my favorite one is Off the Wall.
Yeah.
Off the Wall is a super dope ass album. And then probably next would be Bad. Bad goes hard.
No, Bad is dope. I'm just saying, go look at Janet's discography. You'll be like, especially album by album, you're like, yo,
I'm pulling it up right now.
Yo, Janet has bangers. Like, I mean, bangers. Like, yo,
Okay.
like bangers.
You got Man in the Mirror. I just
But
can't stop loving you.
No,
Dirty Diana, Smooth Criminal, just another Liberian Girl.
Liberian Girl's hard. But I'm telling you, Janet got sneaker sleepers, man. She's got more tracks on the album. You'll be like, oh, I see how she was running this shit then. Because I've had arguments people, they talking about like Mariah would blow out Janet. And I'm like, no way possible.
No. Mariah, like you just said, top heavy. She got like, the honey joints and things like that.
But that's when she went back to black folks.
Yeah.
Or is she gonna put out Vision of Love in a
Vision
battle?
of Love didn't do that during that time period.
It did it for white folks.
Hold on, I'm about to pull up this discography.
Dude, let's go album, man. Like the third album is the one that started out.
Control.
Okay.
Yep. What have you done for me lately? Nasty. When I Think of You. Control. Let's Wait a While. Play.
Dude, you talked about all singles in a row. You just named all singles. Look at your face. I told that Control album. People sleep on, dude. That first, that's all singles. Damn. Every one of those tracks are singles, man.
That might be one of the greatest. Hold on. Let's go to the next one. Hold on.
Dude, it's gonna get worse.
Okay, here we go. Rhythm Nation. Miss You Much. Rhythm Nation. Escapade. All right. Come Back to Me. Black Cat. We played Black Cat when I was in band. Love will.
Damn. Dude, she didn't have a flop until like 2001.
Hold on. That's the Way Love Goes. If, Again, Anytime, Any. Ooh. Hold on. Well,
I'm telling, dude, she didn't have no flops for a long time, dog.
Hold on. We're on Velvet Rope now.
Velvet Rope's got bangers too.
Hold on. Let's go back.
Hold on.
All For You.
That's the one that's when it went bad. And that's what was it, 2000?
Yeah, that's 2000. I remember we were in school because it was a chick at Iowa State. She did the routine at
to all For You. Yep. That's when it got bad. It's 2000. But think about that. She had there's 4 albums in a row with straight bangers, no problems.
Hold on. They didn't say this was bad.
But it ain't got bangers like the other ones I'm saying.
Hold on, Man, they gave this 4 out of 5 stars, man. This ain't bad.
But it's got some good joints on it, but it ain't beating them other ones.
Yeah, but you can't. Now, Demeter Joe, I know was whack
and you know who produced that, right?
Hold up. No, they got.
No, Jamie Dupree produced that.
Yeah.
Jamie Dupree.
I don't see nothing on here.
Hey man, I take that back. That All For You album is dope. I'm looking at it now.
I told you.
I take it back. I'm looking at it. No, I take it back.
Yeah, this I don't remember none of this. Just a Little While, I Want You, All Night, R&B Junkie. I don't even remember this.
Jamie Dupree produced it when she was with Jamie Dupree.
And I was in radio like right.
It was one song that was dope on there that she still performs called Spending Time. That was on there. That's the one that she performs still even now.
So let me ask you this. You just mentioned Flight Time, right?
Yep.
So do those guys still have it? Flight Time.
Yeah. They got a Grammy for Usher's album.
Recently? Just now? Like,
I mean, no, that was 2012. You got to think for them being that older, getting my Grammy in.
Well, yeah, true. Dang.
Yeah. Dang. Dude, they are the best producers of all time.
Well, I thought when I saw that they did.
There's no question.
Yeah. Damn.
Nobody wants to go to verses with them because they're going to break out the SOS band. They finna break out a gang of other folks.
They're going to break out everything. They can break out Sherelle, Alexander
O'Neal.
That's what I'm
saying. And that's just the 80s.
They can go Force and
Karen White.
Damn, they can go New Edition.
Yep, because they did the whole Any Heartbreak album.
Yeah, they did Any Heartbreak. They can go, if they go Janet, it's over. Because I'm looking at this.
They could just do Janet. If they just want to be assholes, they could be like, we only doing Janet tracks on this verses.
Really, they could do Usher's 8701. They did Usher's. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, they're the best producers of all time, man. Better than Quincy Jones, man.
Well, see, here's my problem about
Quincy Jones is a great arranger.
Exactly. And I think he did more of the overseeing of the theme of the albums. He wasn't in there making beats and writing songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I get it, you know, but he still get his love for producing. And he did take Mike. See, I'm a huge Mike fan. Like, huge Mike fan. Like, really the Jacksons. What they were able to do.
Man, dude, no, I'm gonna split this up into different things, so don't worry about the pockets, because we got to talk about this with the Jacksons. You know, I have a long-standing hatred for Jermaine Jackson.
Because of the oil head? Because he looked.
No, man. If you look at the history of them, he's constantly doing sucker shit.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Like, if you look at if you know the history of Jackson, I'm speaking to crop our listeners, man. I know. So when they did the song, what was on the State of Shock, it was a dope song, though. The
Triumph. On the Triumph album or Victory?
It's on Victory, but it's the one where only 3 of the cats showed up to the video.
Oh, that's Torture.
Torture, yes.
Yeah.
So Jermaine only didn't show up because Mike didn't show up. Because because Mike didn't show up, he didn't want to show up. So then Jackie does the switcheroo and gets his new girlfriend, who is Paula Abdul, to do all the choreography.
Oh, Jackie was smashing Paula Abdul?
That's how she got put on. You know that, right? No, that is facts. That ain't real
talk. People spend so much time because Mike is this mega talent that it overshadowed what everybody else was. Jackie low-key was getting chicks, man.
Yes.
Jackie was low-key, like, he was.
And look, and Tito played the ultimate position. He should be what people teach people to be like in life.
Yeah.
When you ride, I'm gonna ride it.
They always talk about Tito Jackson.
In a joking manner. And I don't think it's funny because I understand what he was doing.
But have you ever danced and played music at the same time?
It's impossible for me. I'm not
just mad hard. He been doing that since he was like 8. You know what I'm saying?
He can play.
Yeah. You know, Jermaine was a session musician after he left.
Yeah.
He was playing on other people's stuff. Like people don't talk about how Jermaine Jackson helped the deal get their deal.
And he switched their deal too.
Switch. He walked Switch in.
Yeah.
You know, so people don't think about those things.
Jermaine Jackson also had a baby with his brother's girl though. So he has there's some Jacksons that are cousins and brothers and sisters.
But another one I'll tell you, Randy at a very young age could play.
Yeah, because he was dope in that group, the Gypsies he had.
Multiple instruments. A lot of people don't know that a lot of those songs that they were writing on Triumph and Victory, Randy was composing. Randy was writing them.
Really? I did not know that though.
Yeah, Randy was playing the bass on them. Like when you think about Blame It on the Boogie, that ain't Randy just joking around looking like he playing. No, he's playing the bass on that. When they made the demo for Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Randy was over there playing percussion. If you look in the liner notes on Off the Wall, you'll see Randy playing percussion on those songs.
Dang. See, man, the Jackson family is awesome, dude. And then you look at like the idea that LaToya really ushered in one of the best songs of all time from Switch and gave us I Call Your Name is about her.
Really?
That's about Rebe. Not Rebe, LaToya.
You know, I actually interviewed LaToya at that BET Awards, and I told you I saw Marcus Wiley.
You should have asked her that. No, LaToya. That's so because Bobby DeBarge was dating LaToya.
Oh wow, man, damn.
Bobby DeBarge was dating LaToya.
I'm telling you, that's knowledge. That's history right there. I'll take you one better. A lot of people, and I would get upset when people would talk about Michael Jackson not knowing he black and all that stuff. Mike was a thug, and a lot of people.
That's what I've heard.
Mike was a serious, like, okay, when they had the victor. See, Mike didn't tour for Thriller. A lot of people don't know that. He did not tour.
Yeah, he didn't tour
Thriller.
because he was touring with his brothers for the Victory album. For the Victory.
Throwing them a bone.
Yep.
One last time, letting them.
And that's why he was pissed at a lot of them after on the back end of that. That's why he never went back out on tour with them.
Well, what happened was the promoter messed everything up and got into a lot of trouble. That promoter was Don King.
Wow.
And so what happened was it was a whole big controversy. Mike wound up donating his whole salary from that tour, $5 million, to the United Negro College Fund.
Because everything got so messed up?
Well, he was just going to do it anyway.
Oh, wow.
But he made that. Now I'm going to drop some more history on you. Are you aware that the founder of the United Negro College Fund went to Iowa State?
Yes, I do. I let people know that all the time with the historically black college. Every time they want to diss me going to Iowa State, I was like,
Frederick Douglass Patterson.
Yeah.
Who was also a member of Alpha Phi
Alpha. Of course, that's why you did.
I'm gonna trip your head out though, right? Because our Greek systems are intertwined and linked and everything, but the first line of Alpha, and I'm gonna drop this on there. One guy is the only black person to have a NCAA FBS football stadium named after him, John Jack Trice.
Mm-hmm.
You have the founder of the United Negro College Fund. You have and a Presidential Medal of Honor award winner. You have the founder of the American Bar Association, which is the oldest black law organization that still exists to this day. It was him in the Delta.
Yep.
Well, he was at Drake and she was at Drake and Iowa State. You have one of the longest serving HBCU presidents in history, and
Dr. Jackson.
Rufus Atwood at Kentucky State.
And you got Dr. Jackson
for 37 years.
Dr. Blake. I'm sorry, Dr. Blake, Dr. Herman Blake. You got Dr. Herman Blake too, who was at Talladega.
And then you have another one that was at Alcorn.
That's what I'm saying. People like Iowa,
it's a lot of history. A lot of people don't know that's one of the only places that was educating black folks.
And also, when you talking about Greek stuff, like what Iowa has, like what 3 or 4 or 5 single letter chapters.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that Iowa has a rich history with black people because during World War II, the NAACP had lobbied for the Army to have colored, and I'm saying colored because that was a term, to lobby for having colored higher ranking officials. So they had an officer training school in Fort Des Moines, which is how a lot of those black people came
got to Des Moines.
And then they wound up staying. And then you have Waterloo, that is a major black hub for a lot of people. Yeah.
He said that's why his mind works good, like with the business stuff. He said he was on Wall Street.
Yeah, that's true. Keith Sweat was like, when I Want to Make You Sweat came out, he was like 27, 28.
I know, because he's 60 now.
Yeah.
So do the math.
Let me see. Who else, man? Who else did I used to I do have a funny story though that I experienced. I was hosting Southern's Homecoming and they had Tyrese.
Oh, snap.
This is right before and they had, I remember this was pretty hot because they had this is 03. They had T.I., the Young Bloods, Tyrese.
Oh, this is a hell of a bill right here.
Oh yeah, it was man, it's one of the best homecoming concerts I've ever seen because Damn was running big. And Young Bloods had that whole auditorium. They ran it back. Like they called us all on stage. I was on stage. They ran it back. We was A-Town stomping the whole place. It was so after and they had Soulja Slim.
Oh, right before he got killed.
This was maybe 2 weeks before he got killed.
Oh, wow.
So I remember we went to IHOP afterwards, and Tyrese was there, and he had brought 2 chicks from campus, whatever. And I really shouldn't be telling it like this because I just talked about letting stuff out. But Tyrese didn't know who Soulja Slim was. And Soulja Slim had walked up on him and was like, hey, man, I like your stuff, man. I'd like to work with you, whatever, you know. And Tyrese looked him up and down. Was like, man, yo, who is this, man? Get this dude out of my face. And like, Jay Tweezy was the one who had to stop him from really, he didn't know who Soulja Slim was. And I ain't talking about the artist.
No, I ain't talking about the artist. Exactly. We talking about Soulja Slim.
Yeah, he didn't know
your projects.
He didn't know who he was. But yeah, I mean, I can write a book, but instead I'm writing movies.
Yeah, but dude, well, let everybody know what you got coming up, man, and where they can
so right now I just man, the pandemic forced me to pivot, and I was already doing, you know, moving in this direction anyway, but it forced me to have to really go head first. You know, I've had the fortunate opportunity to act in plays, and I ain't talking about like slapstick. I'm talking about like real, like August Wilson plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mama, not mama. Don't forget the fish grease.
Yeah, nah. You know, I ain't do those. You know, so you know, so I have acting training, and so I was like, you know, I'm always entrepreneurial, so I'm always gonna try and do my own thing, and I've been fortunate enough that, you know, some of my work has gotten attention from other people, like right in the back. You got Boomerang, you know, I'm working with one of the producers from that.
One of the Hudlins?
Yeah.
You know they from St. Louis.
Yeah.
And
then went to Harvard and all that. Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah, but when one went to Harvard, one went to Penn.
Yeah. Reginald went to Harvard.
Yeah, and then Warrington went to Penn.
Yeah. And Reginald, you know, Reginald House Party was his thesis.
Yeah.
It was his thesis. So yeah, so I've been.
He originally wanted to be in East St. Louis. You know that, right?
Did they?
Yeah, he wanted to film it in East St. Louis. Like the party would be in St. Louis. Like he had to get across the bridge and get back.
That makes it so much funnier now.
Yeah, like think about it. You had to get back over the bridge.
That's funny. And then Robin Harris is from St. Louis, ain't he?
No, Robin Harris is from LA, I think. I think he's from LA.
Was he? I thought he's from St. Louis. Okay.
I think he's from LA. Yeah, Robin Harris from LA.
But no, so I've had the opportunity, man, to get some notice with it and get some traction. And so last year, the middle of last year, they reached out to me, and because I had already written 6 scripts, and they reached out to me and they were like, hey, you know, we hear, you know, I just got a message out of nowhere, and they were like, hey, we hear you're a good writer. And so I was like, who is this? Because they were like somebody I had met with some you know, some time ago. And I was like, I didn't remember the name. I was like, who? And then I was like, oh, well, let me chill out. They trying to book me for a job. You know? So I was like, yeah. So I wrote it. And you know, they were pleased, and the original director backed out. You know, it was a time conflict. And so they said, hey, you know, would you like to do it? Would you like to direct it too? You know, since you've already written it and we like it and we like your vision, we like your energy. And I'm never going to say no to something that's good. So I was like, yeah. And I mean, I have that coming up. We're filming in May in Atlanta. It's based around.
How many weeks are y'all going to shoot for?
I didn't hear you.
I mean, how many weeks y'all shooting for?
3. We doing 3-week shoot.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, a little over. It's 24 days.
Okay.
And so, so I'm excited about that. You know, it's my first time in a chair, but you know, it's gonna be fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. We have some pretty nice heat that we are in negotiations with in terms of, you know, people who are playing the role. So that's probably the big thing, and I'm gonna transition that and ride that and continue on in that. Now I did write myself a part. I'm Spike Lee in it. You know what I'm saying? I do have a role in it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we are going to, you know, wrap this summer, you know, right. You know, like I said, it's in May, we're going to finish in June, and we're going to ride the festival circuit and, you know, go for our regular release, depending on if we back in theaters or not. Might be a semi-release or hybrid release, but, you know, but we're definitely going through, you know, one of the major streams.
Have y'all did all the casting and all that stuff already?
Well, we're in the process of doing that now.
Can people reach out to you for casting?
Yeah. If you wanna get some info or find out about it, man, get at me. I'm gonna give you my personal email address. That's TonyKingIsFunny@gmail. Or
y'all have a role for like a cocaine addicted like cop. That's what I want to play in every movie.
Do not say that, because there is a major role.
Like a crooked cop on cocaine.
Yes. No, I'm being for real. That is a major element of the story. But here's the crazy part. It's based on a true story.
Oh, okay.
It's based on a true story. So I had to sit and I had to listen to all these people who it happened to, who were involved in this. I had to sit there and listen to hours upon hours upon hours of interviews. And then I had to write the treatment and then the script. Like, it was like real, it was like going back to J school. Like, I was really, I was really interviewing. Like, I was really, asking.
You couldn't have fun with people. You had to really get to really know, talk to them.
Yeah, like I really did. And some of the elements, man, some of the stuff I found out was like, whoa. I'll tell you that once you stop recording.
Right.
But it'll blow your mind. And it was something that was so different than who I am and what I am. So it was really a challenge. Most of the stuff that I write has some element of me in it. This one doesn't. So it doesn't, So, but I'm really excited about it. And like I said, if y'all are interested, we have a ton of roles. And I'm always game for extras as well. If you want to work on the set, I'm always, down with that too. So, giving everybody a chance. So you can get at me, TonyKingIsFunny@gmail.com. That's a Y though. Some people still be trying to add an I to my shit.
Like you, Tony Braxton, Tony.
Yeah, like no, it's Tony. I'm a guy. So yeah, man. So that's what I'm doing, man. And I'm really just pushing to do the full pivot into film. So yeah.
And then where else can it hit you up at online, like IG, Instagram?
Oh man,
Facebook, all this stuff.
Everything is Tony King is Funny. Like literally everything. I keep it the same all the way through. Tony King is Funny. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Man, I'm not on TikTok yet. I know that really makes me sound old, but I
can't do it, man.
I can't do it. I just don't have I don't have the energy to keep up with one more social media app. Now I'm gonna tell you one that I'm messing with hard right now. That's LinkedIn. I'm really kind of fooling with LinkedIn.
Don't make sure you don't have your profile picture of you and your lady in it.
Oh no. With us wearing matching shirts and shit.
Right. Hey man, the whole idea of wearing matching clothes is so corny to me in general.
Oh my God.
Or like matching clothes in general, like it's just corny. And that's just me. Maybe I'm a hater. I don't know.
No, the consensus is out. It's corny.
Right. Because I'm just like, you're an individual, I'm an individual. We can rock two different sets of clothes and look dope.
Right. I mean, we can at least I'll do color coordinated.
Right, but that's different. I'm talking about you wearing the same Cowboys jersey.
No.
With your girl, like no. If you wearing a jersey, I ain't wearing one.
Another one I'm not doing. I'm not wearing the shirt that say mine and his and shit like that. Like I'm not doing that. His queen, my king and shit. No.
First of all, I always tell any of my girlfriends, man, like, yo, if he get to using queen too much, he ain't the one for you, sis.
Oh yeah, no.
It just don't make you feel. It just feels disingenuous.
Well, I hate when people say that in Africa we were kings and queens. I'm like, well, somebody was the servants.
And 9 out of 10, most of us weren't kings and queens because we wouldn't have been on the boats. To be honest, let's just keep it real. Just like everybody that came, most everybody that came to America wasn't shit.
Yeah, pretty much
from every race.
Yeah, prisoner of war.
Yeah. No, not even that. Think about everybody that was English. They was like, yo, I am dirt poor in this country.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my chances in a place I've never seen before because I can't make any paper here.
Think about the Irish. They were fleeing famine. They ain't had shit like that.
Yeah. So everybody, this whole country's built of people that ain't got shit.
Yeah.
But Tony, man, thank you for coming on, dude. I won't stop if I can tell you a story, though, too, after we get off.
Hey, I had a blast. And I know this story, man, look. I can imagine, and I'm gonna tell you what I found out during that interview too. I'm gonna make sure that red dot is off. I'll make sure that red dot is off.
All right, thank you, Tony, man. All right.